Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, from Luke the Vacuum Saver Studios. This is your main man, the myth and the legend, Luke Klein. Welcome. I am so happy to have all of you here. So, what do you say we go ahead and get into a great video? If this is your first video with me, my name is Luke, and I save vacuums for people in need for free, and I give them to people in need without expecting a dime back. And that's what God would have done in his existence. And so I try to be the best community member that I can be and do what's right for people. So I think it's time to start a great video, ladies and gentlemen. Both of these vacuums are very powerful, and it is very sad to report that one of these was 5.5 months old. Literally, when I picked it up, it was so sad. So sad. But I think that both of these are ready to perform for you. They're just shouting, "Thank you, Luke. Thank you, Luke." Well, guess what, vacuums? You're very welcome. And I have another video coming starring, don't you tell anybody, those two. So, that's your only hint, okay? Just like a pet kiss. It's not very long. So yeah, that's your hint. Another video is coming today after this one, so stand by. I'm so excited to get this one on the road for you. So let's go ahead and tell you a little bit about each machine. We're gonna have a great time today, and I think God has given us the green light on this very cold holiday weekend to go ahead and do a wonderful series for you guys. This is episode 60. A vacuum saved, by the way, so let's go ahead and have a blast. What do you say, ladies and gentlemen? So let's go ahead and begin with a machine, and we're going to take you the whole way back to 1993. This is a Hoover Elite 350 6.0. And there he is. Look how wonderful that turned out for us today. And it is very cold up here in this wonderful little garage of mine. I've been filming in here for almost 3 or 4 years now. And believe me, having a little space heater has made all the difference for me up here, especially in the holiday times, where it gets real cold outside. I don't avoid you guys because I love you all. I man through the cold, and we'll get through this together. So there is the Hoover Elite 6.0 350. And on your left-hand side, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you fasten your seatbelts because we haven't had one of these for over nearly 40 episodes here on Vacuum Saved. Ladies and gentlemen, get loud because here we go. That's right. I got this for you, ladies and gentlemen. This is my Bissell Powerforce Compact 2112. Look at how beautiful this machine is now that it's all saved. This is a Bissell Powerforce Compact 2112. And by the way, this had an absolute boatload of problems with it when I got it. It was very sad to see, but it is what it is. And yeah, I can't wait to do this for you guys. And there is the Hoover Elite 350 6.0 and your Bissell Powerforce Compact 2112. Now, I'm very sad to report that this was only 5.5 months old when I found it. And this one I actually got with the Dirt Devil reaction detail that you just saw in the little sneak peek. So, yeah. This is very exciting, and I can't wait to show both of these to you guys. I'm going to call this video the Hummin' Blues edition of Vacuum Saved. Episode 60, the Hummin' Blues, because these are just super quiet, and they're definitely a good brand, each of them respectively. So let's go ahead and have a wonderful time with them today. They officially own the floor now, so let's go ahead and have a grand old time with each other. So let's go ahead and begin with the beast from 1993. Well, hello everybody. Hello. This is your man, Luke the Vacuum Saver, back at ya. I know, it's been a while. Probably just before Thanksgiving since I've done a video. Welcome back. How's it been, everybody? So, this is my Hoover Elite 350 6.0. Now, I love these vacuums, if you know me. We've seen quite a couple of these, actually, but we have not seen enough of those. But we'll get to that later. So, anywho, this is my Hoover Elite 350, and I picked this up about a week and a half ago from Habitat for Humanity in Greensburg. I donated about 4 or 5 vacuums to them that day, and I got 1, 2, 3 of them in return. One is a shop vac, one is the Dirt Devil D2 that you just saw back there, and a sneak peek for a video that's coming later this afternoon, and this. This is my Hoover Elite 6.0, and no, I'm not stealing the vacuums from them. This is just a beautiful thing that God would have done. He would have donated for people in need, and that's exactly what I'm doing without expecting a single thing back. But Habitat, you managed to impress me every time with giving me some of my own machines. So I absolutely love you guys down there. Even though I was getting kind of frustrated because there weren't many vacuums coming in, I figured I might as well step up and give them what they've been asking for. So I've been giving them several vacuums, like actual several vacuums recently that have been completely restored and they're ready to go back into somebody else's house. So this was a very special vacuum for me from the very beginning since I've had it, and it still is to this day. And this had a lot of problems with it too. It had a completely filled bag container because this does have a brand new bag in it, by the way, because the bag dome right here was filled with somebody else's dirt, and that's all because of a very, very common mistake that I see with bagged vacuums nowadays. People think that bagged vacuums are shop vacs, and I gotta say that is absolutely 115% wrong. They are not shop vacs. If you have one of these, please put a bag in it, and please clean up your mess, please and thank you. I don't care about a dirty outside, but one of the biggest thing that ticks me off is when I have a dirty brush roll down there, which is what I did, actually, especially with that one, the Powerforce Compact. Yeah, that was not pleasant to welcome a vacuum in that way. But, yeah, this was pretty disastrous, but you know who I am by now. Sorry about the yawn there, but I make miracles out of these machines, and they are definitely way better than they were before, and this one is super quiet. Actually, most of the Hoover Elites have an 8.5 amp motor. This has a 6, so it's very, very, very quiet compared to most Hoover Elites. Most Hoover Elites sound exactly like an Auric XL, and that's why I wasn't bothering to buy them for a while there, because they were just so loud. Then I found this one and I was sold. Because I actually gave one of my mom's friends in need a vacuum. His name was Don, and he got one very, very, very similar to this, but a salmon color, and that one was my favorite at the time. And yeah, I miss that one dearly, but I'm glad it's out in somebody else's home that really deserves it and needs it, and it's a person that I love dearly, unconditionally. So that is the Hoover Elite 350 6.0, and I was talking to God the other day ago that I would get another Hoover, and here it is. And I was hoping for a wind tunnel of some sort, or maybe a much newer Hoover Elite Rewind, one of the red and yellow ones. I've always wanted one of those, but one of these days it's going to find its way to me. But this one needed my attention more than one of those did right away, so I'm very glad that I could get this in and help it out. Now, one thing I really like about the Hoover Elites is you're going to notice with just about every vacuum that Hoover ever made, like especially with one of these older ones, like the Concept ones, these Elite series, and everything like that. And by the way, look at how soft this bag is, ladies and gentlemen. I love that. It is so soft. So soft. I really like that. Now, by the way, this takes me right back to my childhood, actually, because my mother, Jo, had a, she's still alive, happy and well. I love you, Mom. You just got a shout out on one of my videos. Yeah, I love you. So this takes me right back to the childhood because she had one of these in red that actually had a hose and everything with it. But the only difference between hers and mine here are was this was a hard shell actually, which is what we saw a couple times on this channel, but we have been getting a lot of these in, which I adore. These I love. Like, I love the soft bags because they're just so. It's just so satisfying to watch the big bag puff out with this little plastic clip right here. When you turn the vacuum on, and the bag just puffs out, and then that whole system just goes like. It is so cool. But, ladies and gentlemen, you remember that I had a soft bag Hoover Elite 350 that was a commercial grade one, and that thing deployed like an airbag. Remember that one, ladies and gentlemen? I can't remember what episode that was, but that thing was wicked. It was a Hoover edition, actually. I paired it. That's right. I paired it with a Hoover Wind Tunnel Air, and I had that one, and it was unlike any vacuum I've ever seen. That bag puffed out so fast, I couldn't believe it. I was even telling you guys, blink and don't miss it. This one is normal paced. I'm not sure if that one that I had that day was on steroids or what, but it was unbelievably fast. But this one is just perfect for me. I absolutely love this machine. I cannot wait to show you it running. It is so quiet. You guys are going to absolutely love it. Yeah, and now that is the Hoover Elite 350. And now I gotta show you the 5.5-month-old over there. So let's put you back. And by the way, we will test run both of these, so I'm very excited for that. And let's bring out the big little guy with big power. Don't judge a book by its cover, ladies and gentlemen. Just because this is small doesn't mean it doesn't have the power. Well, ladies and gentlemen, would you look at this beautiful black and blue shiny thing staring us in the face? Welcome to part 2 of Storytime, episode 60, the Hummin' Blues edition of Vacuum Saved. So, there we go. I'm sorry about the camera positioning there, but now we got it. So, retake. Welcome to part 2 of episode 60, Storytime, Vacuum Saved. Now, this was a tragic rescue. Actually, this is my Bissell Powerforce Compact 2112. And as you guys can see, oh my god, look at how beautiful this turned out. I wonder who made that happen. But anyhow, this was found right in my hometown in the city of Latrobe. What a beautiful area to live in. And it still is to this day. But, so anywho, I found this on Alexandria Street, right next to Hoover Hall Fire Department, which is Goodwill Hose Company number 1, and, in First Ward. And this was at the top of the street, right next to the train tracks. And I see this on my way home from the gym. I saw a little handle, and I'm like, huh? And then I go back, I literally turn my car around in my fire station's parking lot, and I went right back to where where I spotted this vacuum by the train tracks. And here it was. Actually, it didn't look anything like this, actually, ladies and gentlemen. I had to make a couple of new parts for this. That's how terrible this vacuum was. And it was only 5.5 months old. Now, this is one of the much older vacuums, actually. This is from 2019. Now, please don't confuse this with the Bissell AeroSwift Compact. That is from 2023. And the difference between the two is the AeroSwift actually has a clear vision plate here where you can actually see the brusher spinning. This one did not. And this is the baby brother of the Bissell PowerForce 1700, which is the much older 2019 edition of the 2191, which is from 2021, actually. So, hence the number 2021. So, but this was made in 2019 when COVID was hit. and stuff. And these were going for dirt cheap at Walmart and stuff. And these are great, great, great vacuums, especially if you know what you're doing with them. These are very easy and fun to fix. This one was a total disaster for me. I wasn't so fortunate to have a in better shape one, so to speak. So let me show you what I'm talking about here, that I had to build parts for it. So if we turn the vacuum around, as you guys can see, well, by the way, this thing is so light I can pick it up with a single finger. So, way to go, Bissell, for making a light vacuum. These are going everywhere in people's homes. So, and that's because they're so good. Like, even small restaurants and little businesses are running these now. And now I have the honor and privilege of saying that I just rescued one. So I'm very happy to report that this is up and running, and it's going to stay with me forever, actually, because it had that problem where I needed to build new pieces for it. So it's unable to be sold, but welcome to the Luke the Vacuum Saver family 2112. It's nice to have you here. So if we turn the vacuum around here, okay, so a couple things I had to do here. One of them was to build a brand new hose clip for this vacuum. And the upper cord hook was completely missing out of this vacuum. Now, this was quite the adventure to save. I gotta say, and it's been an honor and a privilege to save this vacuum because of how nice it ended up turning out for me. So, you might be wondering, well, Luke, I didn't know you were a next level technician with saving a vacuum. Well, you wouldn't be lying there. I didn't know it myself either until I got this. And then, so this was quite the journey to save. Actually, stand by. So this was quite a journey to save for me. And what I did, ladies and gentlemen, you might be wondering, well, Luke, how did you put a brand new cord hook on this vacuum and a little hose container? Well, your answer is I got rid of an old shop vac a while ago, and I still happen to have the extension tube that came with it. So what I did was I cut about a quarter piece of the extension tube off, and then what I did again was I bended the plastic and obviously broke it. And then what I did is then I went ahead and took two pieces of the shop vac hose, as you see here, and put them in the slots respectively. And now it makes a perfect hose clip, and it isn't going anywhere, as you guys can see. Neither is this cord hook that I made. That was another piece off of the old shop vac extension one that I decided to use. And you might be wondering, well, Luke, how is this thing so still right now? And by the way, I'm not going to need all the cord to be unwrapped, so I won't have a problem with wrapping this back up. But by the way, ladies and gentlemen, this was a big pain to wrap up because of the cord hook being exposed, the cord being exposed to the weather and everything. But now it's looking like brand new. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, these are not the attachments that go with this. I might either have to go buy some at Walmart or something, or Lowe's with a gift card that I got recently, if I can find them there. Or I'm going to have to order some off of Amazon if I plan to sell this, or maybe just the upper cord hook. And the hose are very easy replacements, but I'm thinking about keeping this one and keeping it in this condition because it runs perfectly. So, yeah, this was a wonderful save. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, just take a look at how beautiful I got this dirt bin looking right here. Now, if we flip the vacuum over, I'm actually going to take the attachments off real quick for the safety of the vacuum and us. So let's go ahead and tilt this beautiful little puppy down and take a look at how clean I got this underbody right here. You see this underbody right here, ladies and gentlemen, how clean it looks? Well, let me tell you a little news flash about this. It didn't look anything like this whenever I first got it. So this was very, very, very sad to see when I was finally home here. And yeah, so this has been a wonderful vacuum for me, and I can't wait to run this for you and see how it does. So, and by the way, this was completely filled with dirt on both ends of the vacuum. It was very, very, very sad. to report. And whoops, one of our hose clips fell out there. Let's put that right back in. So that happens sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. So it's no big deal. We just place it right back in. That happens, but hey, when you have to save technology like this, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. So stand by. Okay, there we go. Got it, ladies and gentlemen. It's just going to survive off of one. I'll put that little extension piece back in there in a minute. But why do you say we go ahead and test these vacuums for you? They've been waiting ever so patiently. And I'm sure you guys have been. I'm sure you're excited because I hyped them all up for you guys. And take a look at how beautiful they are. But by the way, ladies and gentlemen, the underbody was completely covered in dirt and grime, and it was just totally nasty when I got this machine, and now look at it, it's running like brand new. So let's go ahead and shut our heater off here so that we don't blow a fuse. And let's go ahead and get started with our test run today. We will begin with the Bissell powerforce compact 2112. 5.5-month-old rescue. So I can't wait. So let's go ahead and get his cord unwrapped here. Just a little bit. As that way we don't want to break the cord hook off that I've worked so hard for. So yeah, I think that's plenty right there. That should reach us to the extension cord. So let's go ahead. Our headphones are on. What do you say we have a successful test run today? So let's get this all cord unwound. It happens, ladies and gentlemen, especially with the weather. So let's go ahead and get him ready to rumble. Okay. Stand by. Alright, he is all plugged in. Okay. It is officially ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. To you, Bissell, it's been a wonderful little time here with you today. So let's go ahead and show you what you can do. So let's see the Bissell powerforce compact 2112. I'll just turn it on for a second here and show you how it sounds. Holy moly, I don't think I've heard a vacuum sound that good in a while. This thing literally took itself for a ride. So let's go ahead and see what he's capable of. Here we go with the Bissell powerforce compact. 3, 2, 1. How sweet the sound, amazing grace. Good golly, Miss Molly. How about that for a little baby vacuum? 5.5 months old. Little impressive what TLC can do. Let's hear that one more time. Sounds like brand new, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. So let's go ahead and test the Hoover Elite 350 next. Just give me about 5 or 6 seconds here to wrap this cord up, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll go again into the Hoover's test. And yes, I do apologize about my videos being a little excessive, ladies and gentlemen. But what else are you going to do when you're passionate about helping people and helping vacuums alike? So, and I'm impressed with how good that actually did because I haven't ran it since I've refurbished it. So, it impressed both of us. So, applause to you, Bissell. Well done. So, now the moment we've all been waiting for. How about a Hoover? Hoover! Brrr, is it cold outside? Can you impress me more than the Bissell did? We'll see. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Can it blow my mind more than that Bissell just did? I don't know. This will be really close because both of those did really, really, really well. That Bissell impressed me. So let's plug this guy in and get started with today. Okay, so here comes a rescued Hoover Elite 350 6.0. I'll just go ahead and give this a test fire real quick. So in 3, 2, 1. Whoa. I want you to see this, guys. Ready? The vacuum is moving itself. That's what the kind of miracles I can do with these. I'm not sure if you heard me over the vacuum, but I don't think you even need to hear me because you just saw it there. So let's go ahead and see what you're capable of. So here comes the Hoover Elite 350 6.0 vacuum in 3, 2, 1. And there we have it. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. This one's going to be tight. I think both of them did a great job. Let me know in the comment sections which one do you think did better. Let me know down below. I'd greatly appreciate it. So let's go ahead and wrap the Hoover up and I'll give final thoughts. I'm impressed with both of these right now, ladies and gentlemen. I couldn't believe it, how good these did. And as you guys can see, even the Bissell was dragging itself across the carpet. When I do that good with a vacuum, that shows you something. At least I think. So what do you say we go ahead and give some final thoughts? Well, I definitely have one final thought for you guys. The power of TLC. It's unbelievable what it can do. So, final thoughts. As you guys can see, these both did a great job on their respective area of the rug here. And I'm very excited to have these in the garage finally, especially this Bissell Powerforce Compact 2112. Why should I even get rid of it? Because it works that good. So, what do you say, folks? I think I'm keeping that one. I think I'm keeping two for a little while at least until we all find a home. But this one is definitely going to one of my buddies that is in need. So I'm really excited to get that to him after this break. So I have it for at least a couple weeks. But I'm definitely going to be running it around the garage because he's my new little friend now. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And thanks for tuning in to Vacuum Save, the Humming Blues.